Hi everyone. Today we are going to do a balance yoga flow. And as usual with the rest of the videos I've been sharing here on YouTube, these are not meant to be a full practice. They're rather intended to be just to give you a little snippet or some exposure to some different types of yoga practices. So for this particular practice, I would say what I'm going to do with you today would probably be the middle 15 minutes or so of about an hour-long practice. A comprehensive yoga practice always starts off with some stillness, some breathing, a little bit of warming up. Then things might get a little more vigorous depending on the type of practice you're doing. And then as always, we end with some stretching and then Shavasana, our final posture, where we allow the fruits of our practice to integrate. So please keep that in mind because we won't be spending as much time as I would normally like on breath work at the beginning, and we won't be doing Shavasana at the end. So I invite you to take time at home to do that on your own. So that being said, let's take just a few moments to find some stillness and be with our breath. I like to sit crisscross applesauce, otherwise known as easy pose, but feel free to lie on your backs. Soften your face, close your eyes. Just begin to turn your attention inward towards the breath. Good. So finding some gentle movement here, take a inhale. As you exhale, maintain a nice long spine and turn and twist towards your right. Let that back shoulder drop down away from your ear. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, turn and twist other side. Again, keep the spine long. Sometimes people have a tendency to lean far back. Inhale, exhale, release. So we're going to go right to downward facing dog today. As I said, today's balance flow is really more of what I would usually have in the middle of about an hour-long yoga practice. So downward facing dog, we're creating that upside down V shape with the body. Shoulders are a little bit farther than, palms are a little bit farther than shoulder distance apart, hips high. Perhaps you pedal out the feet. Nod the head, shake the head. Let the head hang nice and heavy. Taking an inhale in your downward facing dog. As you exhale, walk the hands backwards towards the feet. Finding a standing forward fold. Feel free to bend the knees a little bit as needed. Once again, nod the head, shake the head. Soft shoulders, soft neck. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen the spine. Shine the heart forward. As you exhale, fold, come down all the way. Inhale, sweeps the arms up. Palms will touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, come down all the way. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees a little bit. Inhale, sweeps the arms up, lengthen the body from the back of your heels to your fingertips. Exhale, hands come down to your heart center. So finding yourself at the top of your mat. Bringing your hands to your hips, stand nice and tall. Place a little more weight in that right foot. Good. You're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. And then also bring that left leg up, bending the left leg, flexing the left foot. So a little bit of balance here. Eventually we're going to step back to warrior one. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly and mindfully, step back to warrior one. Arms sweep up, adjust the feet. Your back foot's at about a 45-degree angle, give or take. Then shift the right hip back, let the left hip flexor come forward. Then get down, pressing through the knife edge of that back foot. Front knee tracks over your center toes, arms up. Inhale in warrior one. Exhale, transition, warrior two. So gazing over those front fingertips, soften the shoulders down away from the ears. Then shifting that right hip forward, maybe getting a little lower in the legs. Breathing here. Your back foot is at about a 90-degree angle. Inhale in warrior two. As you exhale, transition to crescent lunge. That back heel is lifted. And then get low. So already incorporating a little bit of balance here. If you need a little more support, that back foot can come a little closer to the edge of your mat. Get a little lower if you can. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lean forward, long body. Okay, so this is your first option. Or we're going to find a warrior three variation, picking up that back leg. So arms are forward. Your back leg will come up any amount. Okay, maybe your foot just barely grazes the ground, because balance is something that you're working on. So I'm going to re-enter the posture. Warrior three. It's okay to wobble and fall out and get in again. Eventually, slowly and mindfully, that back leg is going to come up and you'll transition to tree pose, Vrikshasana. Your foot can be down on the inside of your lower leg, or maybe it comes up a little bit higher. If you want it to come up a little bit higher, or that's accessible to you, that's okay, but make sure you don't do so at the expense of having that knee come in. You want to be able to keep that knee back to keep the hips open. Sometimes people think higher is better, but then they're rounding and their knee comes forward. So really it's not giving them the full benefit of the posture. Okay? So in tree pose, breathing. Inhale. Exhale, release. Your standing leg might be tired, so you can do the hokey pokey and shake it out. Good. Now we'll turn around and do the same thing on the other side. I know it's a little bit hard to see me in that warrior three in the angle I have with the camera here, but you get the idea. That balancing posture, your arms are forward and your back leg is back. So This time, shifting weight into that left foot. On your next inhale, your arms will sweep up. Your right leg will come up. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Step back. Warrior one. So you have a deep bend, a deep lunge in the front leg. Back foot's at about a 45-degree angle. And sink down. Allow the right hip to come forward a little bit, drawing the left hip back. Just breathe. Inhale and warrior one. Exhale, we'll transition warrior two. So now left arm leads, gazing over the left fingertips. Back foot's at about a 90-degree angle. Get low, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Again, think about shifting that left hip forward, left knee forward a little bit. Inhale. As you exhale, transition, crescent lunge. So your back heel is lifted off the mat. You're on the ball mound of the back foot, then get low. Low, low, low. I'm simply moving when I shift around like that so I can be in more of the camera for you. You can keep your feet as they are. As you inhale, once again, we're gonna get nice and long. Lower belly pulls up and in, engaging the core as we get ready for our balanced posture. So maybe again today, that back foot just comes up a little bit. Or maybe the back leg comes up. So it's almost like your body's approximating a T shape. Reminding ourselves that this is a practice, not a perfect, and all those wobbles and tremoring muscles means that we are growing and getting stronger. So re-engaging in that warrior three if you fell out, because from here we're going to slowly transition to tree pose again. So bringing the foot once again to the inside of the leg. Breathe. Find where you want your foot to be. You want it to be higher, you want it to be lower. Allow yourself to explore. Take your time. Ooh, I just fell out. So feel free to revisit tree again. And then releasing the posture, coming back to a tall standing position. Shake it out again. The yogi hokey pokey. And then we will have a seat. What I would typically do then, in a practice like that, we take that balance flow, we do it once on each side. And then once our bodies sort of know what they're doing and our minds know what to expect, I would pick up the pace. So I might flow through and do each posture for maybe just 1 or 2 breaths before flowing and moving to the next one. So that actually sounds like good material for a subsequent video. So maybe I will feature that. Let's just spend a few moments with our breath to conclude our time together. Closing the eyes, settling into your space. Now is a good time to let go of any expectations you may have had about how good your balance is or what your practice should have looked like. So let us bring our hands to heart center. Yogis, thank you for allowing me to guide you in a mini express practice at home. The love and light that's in me honors and sees the love and light that's in all of you. Namaste.